Tyler, I'm going to roll through your
also
bio
a
here
also
really
a
quick.
field of 68, contributor.
Yeah.
Like, this guy over here
Shows up for 2 shows and is complaining about nothing.
Right.
I'm
Tyler's
here. What do you
grinding
mean?
it.
I
Grinded
it out the
over
whole
here.
season,
That's
man.
right.
It's an honor.
That's right. Now it's honestly, it's great to be here for you.
Thank you.
Honestly, as much as anything, come here, be here for you. Obviously, we've known each other a long time. To watch how you've grown, both on and off the court, really, really cool honor. And again, listen, for my money, best college basketball player in the last 20 years.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, you don't ever really play to be in the Hall of Fame, just to be quite honest with you. But, I'm from a small town, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I've had a lot of people help me, and probably wouldn't be in the position I am with a lot of, great coaches, teammates. So hopefully, my town and all the community, this can, represent them as well. So I'm happy to be here.
Rob, would you list his accolades?
Yeah,
I think you're
list it.
about to.
I was about
think
to,
you
and
need
then
to.
Goodman started talking,
I
which
know.
is kind of how things normally go in the field of 68. Longtime listeners will understand that. You were 4-time first team All ACC. You were a 3-time first team All-American, a 4-time All-American. You were only second team as a freshman, which it wasn't a great year for you. You won the National Player of the Year award in 2008. You won the national championship in 2009, which is not a bad career, right? Not bad.
Crazy.
Decent.
I mean,
What do you think?
when he reads that, though, does it hit you what you were able to – again, you said, small town. I don't know what you thought you were coming in to do at North Carolina, but probably not that.
No, I was a little lucky as well. And the reason I say that is because you look at the 05 team, they won a national championship. Sean May left, Marvin Williams left. They had a lot of guys go pro, and usually as a freshman, you come in, you're backing somebody up, and you're kind of learning. But I was thrown right into the fire, and it's when you list those accolades, as a competitor, you go in there and you think you can compete with anybody right from the get. And it sounds cocky, but that's the way you got to approach it. But I never really played, hey, it's hard to play hey, I want to be first team All-American. But you want to have a good game, and you want to take it game by game. But, let's be honest, going to North Carolina has probably been one of the best decisions I've made, and I couldn't have made a better decision. It worked out for me.
What's the best part of playing for Roy Williams? You got to play for a guy that's a Hall of Famer himself. What was your favorite part of playing for Roy?
My favorite part playing for Coach Williams is, everyone looks at somebody who's had a lot of success, and they're looking for a secret formula. There is no secret formula. Coach Williams showed up every single day and worked. And I think the best thing that I learned from Coach Williams is every single day he worked. There was no major progress. He was a person who showed up on time, did the right things, was very respectful, and we worked hard as well. And I value all those traits, and it's carried over, into my everyday life as well. I'm still paranoid about being late, and so things like that, I think. Really contribute to having a lot of success. And I don't think anybody, when you look at Coach Williams, I don't think he was a, X and O genius. I think he just knew how to run a team. His preparation was great, and I think a lot can be said about that.
You have Coach K sitting right over there. You guys are being honored in the same year. Are you feeling a little itchy right now?
Did you ride over with him too?
Hey, that's behind us. I talked to him, man. It's an honor to be here with him. He's done a lot for college basketball, and it just feels like this is just a universal answer at this point. But there would be no rivalry without him. What he built at Duke and what we had in college, those 2 games every year, I got up for him. I was excited about him, and I probably wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for him, what he did at Duke.
I wanted to ask you about expansion, and it's on the minds and the topics of every college basketball show or fans you hear talking. North Carolina's getting brought up a lot in it, and Duke is not so much. Is there a way that you see these 2 schools not being together anymore? I think for me, I can't fathom that they wouldn't be in the same league.
I think they'll play. Now, if you ask me here in 10 years, do I think they'll be an ACC, Big 12? No, I don't. I don't think that what they're doing right now is sustainable. I think they're going to have to figure something out. But, I laugh at when I hear about UCLA or Stanford coming over to the ACC. It's Atlantic Coast. That's the West Coast. It makes no sense to me. And I don't know. It's gotten kind of weird, but I think that we've got to find a way for us to play Duke every year at least twice, home and away.
I hear a lot of jokes about North Carolina degrees, but Tyler just proved it. He knows the difference between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean.
So you and I was down in Chapel Hill, and we talked to Armando Baycott about, 3-4 weeks ago. And one of the things we were talking about NIL, and he admitted kind of how difficult it was for him last off season with everything that was thrown at him. When you look at how NIL has changed the landscape, do you think it's good overall for kids? Like, obviously, you would have loved to have made the money. You would have crushed it.
Yeah, well, I think it's good and bad. I think it gives a chance for kids to make money, and I don't think it's right for someone who's being recruited that doesn't have a lot of money. There's no reason they shouldn't have an opportunity to have somebody buy their meal or get meals and stuff like that. But I think that kids need to value coaching. They need to value things that money can't buy. University being part of a great program, getting coached by a great quality coach. I mean, those are things that, you can't buy, and you'll learn habits and you'll learn traits that'll last you the rest of your life. So I think there's something to be said about that. I think kids are, just too quick to jump at money instead of, hey, I need to look at the university as a whole and value coaching and great teammates and things like that.
Big news. The Almanac is officially back. The most exhaustive and comprehensive guide to the 2023-24 college basketball season is available for pre-order now. If you go to cbbalmanac.com, link is in the description below, you can pre-order for just $15.99 or 20% off the sticker price. The format is going to be a little bit different this season. Instead of an 850-page PDF, you'll be getting access to the full site with league-by-league PDFs available for download. The preview will be live on September 20th, so you have until then to be able to get your pre-orders in. So for insight for all 362 Division I teams from their head coaches and the experts that cover them, make sure you hit that link.
Well, look at what it did for you and your relationships, right, after playing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What it's been able to do. Again, you've got kids leaving. Hunter Dickinson's a good example, right? He leaves Michigan, which is a place with unbelievable contacts, goes to Kansas. He'll be there 8 months. Mm-hmm. And does he lose that whole, that network that he had built at Michigan? You have that forever now. You have that forever at Purdue.
Yep, and that's very valuable. I think that can't – a price can't be put on that because of the people and the people that want to help you because you graduated from North Carolina or I graduated from Purdue. Tyler, I wanted to ask you about life after pro basketball. I know Rob made the joke about pickleball. I know you've gotten really into that. Have you enjoyed doing the media side of it? Have you enjoyed, kind of doing the podcasts and being on television and doing all that?
Not as much as playing. I do.
Never the same.
I do.
Come on, Tyler.
I do miss playing, but no, I enjoy it. I enjoy laughing and not taking life so serious. Waking up, and I enjoy spending holidays with my family. You know how that is. You get a little balance in your life. But yeah, I miss playing. But my body feels great right now. I don't have get out of bed. I don't have a backache or my knee bothering me right now. So something to be said about that. But no, I've been enjoying doing the media and staying around the game, and it's a way to stay around and stay close to basketball.
Is pickleball enough to get the competitive juices flowing for you?
Pickleball can get competitive. I know Robbie plays a little bit.
Yes.
He said his dad's really into it.
It beats my ass.
You can walk out there and get smacked by an 80-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't know what you're doing, and you can really get humbled. And
the third shot drop better be low at the net, right? At somebody's feet.
Let me tell you, amateurs, get the third shot drop down. Once you do that, you'll be able to smack anybody. But
there's pickleball courts here.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
yeah, I brought my paddle, too. My brother's got his paddle. My brother's here.
Nice.
Yeah, and we take it pretty much everywhere we go. But there's a lot of trash talking in pickleball. I like that. It's competitive. But, I can't approach it.
Will you trash talk an old dude?
Oh, yeah.
80-year-old dude.
Anybody that steps on the court, yeah.
If
I body bag them, I'll trash talk.
Dude, what do you think about the rule that you can't enter the kitchen after, winning a point? Where if you go in for, a smash, you got to almost jump stop at the line. My dad calls
your
me on this.
momentum,
Your
you can't
momentum
even
cannot take you into
Right.
the cage.
If you have a
finish.
good partner, they can go behind you and pull you back.
Is that right?
That's
So you
what I
got to
need.
get good
I
team
need that.
chemistry.
I need
Yeah,
that.
they can
I'm
do
always
that.
in there.
But me and you have the advantage. We have a little length.
That's true.
So we can smack it back a little bit and catch
Yes.
people off guard.
Tyler's
live
got
in
something at his house. Tell him about what you have that you kind of practice in your house, right? Don't
Oh
you?
yeah, I got I got one of these. It's a dink board, so I hit practice volleys right there in.
With your video.
Right there in my
Dinking,
living room,
dinking is
man.
hard because it takes patience.
So hard.
You got to be patient. You can't just be like, you know what, forget it. I'm hitting a winner. Like that. That's where I always want to go.
It's a mental challenge.
It is.
because you want to just speed up everything. But
Totally.
you can't do that. But yeah, I love it.
What do you like? If there was one thing that you miss most from your college basketball career, what was it?
The one thing I miss is probably joking and having fun, with my teammates and being a college kid. I really miss that. And when I mean that is like, working together and then going, grabbing dinner and stuff like that and joking, going out, having fun.
So Wes Miller's going to come on later, and he's going to make fun of you. Like, he will. So you might as well get him first. Give us your best Wes Miller story. Is there something good back when Wes – and you guys overlapped for what, a year or two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wes Miller was he was like ranked the #1 tennis player
That's right.
in
Really
the country when he was like
Really?
really young. So he's pretty good at tennis, but I used to smack him at ping pong. So you should bring that up to him.
I'm
so
just shocked.
you won't be able to get him, but I used to smack him all the
what
time.
are you
Hey,
trying to
Tyler,
say?
Tyler,
Trying
when
to
he-
say I'm
You're not
falling
any
off
good.
too much.
That's what
when he
said.
challenged you to a ping pong match
I had him.
at the Final Four, do you remember what the score was?
What was
Kick
it?
my ass.
21-3.
No, it was not that
Listen,
bad.
that'd
No,
been
I got
years
like
in the
8.
work. Because he beat me in college, and he talked smack to me for years.
I beat
and
you
years.
easy.
And so it'd been boiling up in me.
I can't believe you have a backhand in pickleball.
Oh, yeah,
like
you
that.
got
That's
to.
the most shocking thing to me.
Yeah, you
Is
can't.
it a slice? Like, what do you got?
I don't have the slice yet. I wish I had
You're
the
going
slice.
topspin, huh?
Topspin.
Topspin backhand.
100%.
Do you ever look back at the North Carolina team you were on that won the national title and think, holy shit, we had so many good players? I mean,
Absolutely.
yourself, Ty Lawson, Brennan Wright, Wayne Ellington, Deion
was
Thompson,
insane.
Danny. I mean, that's Danny Green. That's an insane.
Tyler Zeller. Yeah.
Yeah, an insane
Ed
list
Davis.
of players.
Yeah, I mean, we always have this argument, 05 or 09, and I always tell people, it's like, man, our team is stacked.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at
And
me,
05
but
was
also-
stacked too. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
insane.
Were you guys deeper? I felt like you guys were a little bit deeper than 05, man.
We were deep. I mean, we had Ed Davis coming off the bench.
Man, that's
we had
insane.
Tyler Zeller, who was hurt. I mean, Deion Thompson.
Good player.
Yeah, good
Deion's
player.
a really good player.
Danny Green, Marcus Ginyard, Bobby Frazier, Wayne Ellington, Ty Lawson. I mean, I felt like we were pretty loaded.
I would say.
I mean, you just named like 10 NBA
know.
players.
Seriously,
Like,
it's
you
unbelievable.
guys weren't bad. Not bad at all.
No, I mean, we were loaded. I mean, we should have won it. I mean, we're the most talented.
Do you have any? I asked this question to Kay earlier. Not regrets, but like a do-over. Is there anything in your career that you would have done differently? Looking back,
College career.
it could be either.
My sophomore year, I did have a down year, and I didn't approach it because my freshman year went so smoothly. I wish, when you look at that, I felt like that was my worst year in college. So maybe a little bit different, but no, I wouldn't have changed anything.
What did you do different? Like, you didn't work as hard in the off season?
I didn't feel like I added a lot to my game. Looking back, if I would have focused more on preparing for my sophomore year, would have had a much better year.
For the record, you were a consensus first-team All-American as a sophomore.
The high bar.
As your
Yes,
off-
I think
wow.
Jared Dudley
Okay.
was ACC Player of the Year, though.
He was
that year.
good, man.
Yeah, he was
Dudley
pretty
could
good.
play.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy who maximized his ability, Jared, and he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of
Who,
shit.
who do you think was the best ACC player you faced against in college?
I mean, it's J.J. Redick's the best player that I played in college. As far as, having battles with, Trevor Booker from Clemson
Beast.
was a tough one.
He matched your toughness,
Yeah,
didn't
he was athletic. He was strong.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a beast.
How far down that list do you have to go before you get to Terrence Oglesby?
T.O.